Welcome back, guys, to our DSA challenge series. In this particular phase of our series, we are looking at the questions which are based on priority queue or heaps. So let us see our today's question. In our today's question, we are given a sorted integer array ARR, and we are also given two integers k and x. What we need to do is we need to return the k closest integers to x in the array. And after finding the closest integers, we also need to sort our result in ascending order. So first of all, let us understand what do we mean by closest integer. We need to find closest integers to k, to x. So what we will see, if a minus x is less than b minus x, or a minus x double equals to b minus x. Closest means if we are finding a closest number to 5. So 4 is much closest to 5 as compared to 3. Because the absolute difference between 4 and 5 is 1, and absolute difference between 3 and 5 is 2. So the closest number will be 4 to 5. So I think the meaning is very much clear of what do we mean by closest. So we need to find the k closest integers to an integer x. So first of all, let us understand this question with the help of an example. We were given input as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the array which is provided to us. The value of k which is given to us is 4 and the value of x is 3. So it means we need to find 4 closest integers, 2, 3 from this particular array. So since we need to find the integers which are closest to 3. So what we will do, we will find the absolute difference of all the integers ARR with 3. So 1 minus 3, absolute difference of 1 and 3 is 2. Absolute difference of 2 and 3 is 1. Absolute difference of 3 and 3 is 0. Absolute difference of 4 and 3 is also 1. And absolute difference of 5 and 3 is 2. So we have finding the absolute difference. Now, whose absolute difference is the least is the most closest to integer x, which is 3. The absolute difference of 3 and 3 is 0. So integer 3 is much closest to x. So in this way, we will find the 4 most closest integers. After finding that, we will sort them. So our output will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope the question is very much clear. Now let us understand this particular question with the help of code. What we are going to follow is, we are going to follow a 3-step approach. The very first step is going to be, we are going to find the absolute difference of each and every element to our integer x, which we have done in step number 1. And after finding the absolute difference, we are going to put that elements in our max heap. Why we are putting it in max heap? What happens in max heap is, the maximum element is at the top. So we need the k closest integers. Whenever our size is greater than k, it means we need to pop the element. Suppose if now there are 5 elements in our priority queue, but we need only 4 elements. So it means the element which is at the top, we don't need it because we already have 4 elements which are more closest as compared to that particular element. So what we will do, we will pop that particular top element. So that this approach we are following, for int I equal to 0 while less than ARR dot size I plus plus, we are traversing through the entire array. We are finding the absolute difference, ABS x minus ARR at the index of 5. We are finding the absolute difference and we are pushing it in our priority queue, in our max heap. So our max heap will maintain its order based on our first element. If we are putting elements in the pairs, so the first element in the pair, according to that, our elements will be sorted in max heap. Maximum element at the top and the maximum element will always be maintained at the top. This is the condition. If pq1 dot size is greater than k, it means we have more than k elements in our queue, in our priority queue. So what we will do, we will pop the topmost element. I hope the condition is very much clear. This is our step number 1. Now in step number 2, what we are doing is, what in question we are told, after step number 1, we have all the elements which are, we have k closest elements which are close to integer x after step number 1. So in step number 2, what will happen? We are going to make a min heap because we need to sort the integers also. In the question, it is clearly mentioned we need to sort integers in our min heap, and in that min heap, we are pushing that closest integers. So what we are doing is, while not equal to pq1 dot empty, we are pushing pq1 dot top dot second. pq1 dot top dot second, it denotes that integer x, that denotes that integer in our array which is closest to x. So that is why we are pushing. After that, we are popping. This was a step number 2. Now in our min heap, we have all the elements which are our answer, which we need to return in this particular question. So what we will do, we will just push that elements in a vector because we need to return our answer in the form of a vector. Our return type should be vector. So that we are following that approach only. While not equal to pq.empty, int x is equals to pq.top, answ.pushback x, and then pq.pop. So this was a step number 3, and we are directly returning answer. So the question was pretty simple. I hope the question is clear to you all. If the question is clear, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.